So who do we eat first? Wreck you always. Hope you're doing well. I'm here to give you an update on my ranked play in League of Legends. I'm gonna be honest, this game don't count. This game does not count. I went 5 and 12. It just doesn't count, right? Like, sure, it was the Yas I was up against, but I'm telling you, I thought I was queuing for ARAM. I was, I was not prepared, and then I was like, dude, this has got to be a ranked game. Like, I don't do norms. It's pretty much the same thing anyway. But I was under the influence of the devil's lettuce, and it was late. I was tired, and I was like, yo, before I go to sleep, I'm gonna hit an ARAM. But it wasn't. I just wasn't paying attention to what I was clicking on. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of zoned out and just started clicking on things, and ended up in a ranked match that went horribly. Went really bad. So this one doesn't count. I mean, it counts towards the LP loss, but you know, it don't count. Now this one I actually queued for ranked. Okay, and yeah, look, you may be like, you don't play enough ranked games. It's like, yo, you're about to see why I don't play enough ranked games. Okay, you're literally about to see why I don't play the ranked games anymore. Like, I was gonna try to get, well, challenger, but like I was hoping really to just end up in gold. I only got to like silver on my secondary account, and on this account I never got out of bronze. So, and after the split, it put me in iron 1, which pissed me off, really made me depressed. And it was because people could now FF at 15 with just 4 votes. Like, that's why I got into Iron 1. Is because like at least 3 of my games, my like placement games, were FFs at 15 by my team. And one of those I may have FF'd, alright, because it was definitely not gonna go anywhere. Like, there's nothing we could do at a certain point, you know. It was, and I don't FF, but like in that one, like top lane fed so hard, it was so bad. And again, we're gonna see top lane, Kale. Let's see, she's got that teleport, lethal tempo. She went up against Sion. This one, I went 19 and 9. Like, this would be like a what went wrong video, but like, I think we all know what went wrong. So, we gonna see. We gonna see. I think I could have made some different decisions, but it's just like, could I have carried this game? Maybe. Probably not, though. Here I am. Alright. Dude. I'm telling you, I've been seeing so many Heckrooms in my games. It's so ridiculous. And I know it's because of Nice and Duanal. I know it's, you know, or Dante's, right? I know it's because of them. I know it's their fault, right? Honestly, this Hecarim wasn't like super good though, so it's not necessarily like that bad of a deal. But sometimes I get the Hecarim, you know, who's just been watching YouTube videos and is gonna try jungling and be a real proactive jungler. Give me that stack. He comes back and he gives me the stack. Give me that stack. Thank you. Gracias for das stack. Heim. We got Sheriff Willie up here. They're both just standing under tower, which, you know, I don't know. If I was top lane, I'd be watching for an invade over here or something. That's what I would do. Then move up there. He'd be waiting in that bush, but that'd be the first bush I checked. You'd probably see him move out. I think the minions saw him. I think he got vision. Heim had to back, right, because of that early decision, so that helped me out a lot. Come down here, try to get the CS. My Senna decides to help the jungler instead of being here for the XP, which, you know, kind of an issue, but at the same time, I guess it kind of balances out because then it's me and Kalista. I'm working on my CS. It's getting a little better. We're not focusing anybody, but you know, if I had focused Heim a little more, that wouldn't have been a wasted flash. Yeah, first blood at 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. It's the first one. We're gonna see Kale's name pop up quite a bit. Okay. See why I don't play on unlocked camera. Which for the most part, like most champions, I think it's alright actually. Like I should probably do it. Like with Misfortune, I need to learn how to do it. With Kog'Maw, I gotta be better at it. I gotta do it with Kog'Maw just to get his whole. Just kind of like balancing the wave out, so I'm not necessarily too, like, you know, man, she's not a bad support. She's not necessarily a bad support. So I'm not like flaming her this game. Here he is just tanking minions. I don't know why they stopped like aggroing him. He literally just died to minions. Like this guy's getting boosted. Like what is going on here? Like these are true Iron players. And it's just a bad matchup. I guess I'm a true Iron player. Just so sad because like how long have I been playing this game? Like I played one champion for a fucking year. But like I guess one of the issues I think we kind of have with ranked gameplay and like in League is if the Riot team is developing these champions or balancing these champions looking for like a 50% win rate, then you've got like 10 champions on the board, each with, let's say, just a 50% win rate, right? But obviously I don't think it is like 50%, like, you know, because there's different comps, right? Like a Kayle into Sion, like what's the win rate of a Kayle into Sion? Why is she just standing there tanking that Q and that E, you know? Here comes Master Yi. I think the Kalista flashes out. It's like, probably should have just gone for the Heim. It's alright, I can sit there and get another stack. I'm standing back here. Like, I'm working on the CS. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. I haven't. Well, okay, I missed that one, but you know, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Senna's really aggressive, which isn't too bad, but like she kind of pushes up past the wave a few times. And here we have this guy on vision. I don't know why I decided to run back. I think there was like a minion, or I wanted to hit the tower. And I figured we got it because they were both really low. But I don't have any mana, so we kind of have to go back. Here's Sion's in level 6. Here's Jhin asking for assistance. The Vex actually isn't too bad either. It's just like, you know, kind of like a burst champion, even though I'm pretty sure she gets Liandry's. Sion just, you know, he's able to move, right? Like if he gets caught in a situation that's just really bad, he's very tanky, so he can survive long enough usually to like ult out of it, you know what I mean? But I don't think anybody's wanting them to change Sion's ult. It's, you know, it's pretty cool for what it is. This Hecarim taking our red. got that cannon. If you enjoy this kind of content, please consider subscribing to the channel, as it will very much encourage me to do more faster. Thank you very much. Peace. Far. You know, that's what I'm thinking. Right? I'm thinking we're pushed up really far. She gets hit by the Jhin ult. Now we're getting, yeah, Senna's acting like it's Jhin. It's Hecarim. Like, if Hecarim would have killed her anyway, I think. You know? That's what I think. But possibly not. Like, go in, you got a level on him. I know there's a Hecarim there, but it's like, I'm on my way. I need to ping I'm on my way so that she runs more towards me. And the Master Yi decides to go down to try this out. Okay, maybe not an Iron player, but maybe he's just like, because he just ulted down into that bush. That's a pretty good guess. But it's like, would you do, I came up here and I chased the Jhin off. I literally had to run all that way. Like, that was such a bad go. I should have pinged on the way a lot more, so it would have been like, move towards me, because I had ult. And why is Kayle doing this? Like, why is she doing this? She comes up toward this bush. Probably like just ulted from that bush or something, but I wasn't paying attention. It's not a bad bush to ward. It's kind of early to do that, and I would ward more like this one, like this bush. We're getting ganked again. I get caught out because she runs faster than me. Right, like. Jump back 15 seconds. Yeah, I got hit. Big Q. I may have still been in it, but I think I just got out of it. Maybe that extra move would have helped me escape, but I doubt it. We got Heim going to help Dragon. Like, she's died how many times? I ping her, right? I ping her. She's died 5 times. 1 in 5. And now Vex goes in. And it's like, you've got Jhin up here coming in. You got them there. Nobody else on your team is even anywhere near it, right? Like, I'm fighting this Kalista because I didn't want her to push, and I didn't get that minion. I didn't want her to push into tower, but I'm like, yo, this is dangerous. I need to clear this wave out the way. I'm like, screw the ranged ones, they'll die. It's just too dangerous for me to stay around. I make it out. There's Hecarim up here. Just been chilling. I sensed something was up, you know? Like, I definitely needed to get out of there. If a wave like crashed, then I definitely. And he's just AFK. See, he was just tossing autos. Like, I don't know, maybe he thought he recalled. Jhin comes up for some reason. It's a good snare by Senna. I don't know how Kalista had a shutdown though. Probably because she hit me. I mean, I put up like a Scion ARAM video, but like really the boss FF is this the guy who puts up all the Scion videos. Which I'm not necessarily blaming the boss FF in this situation. The KO was in the lobby talking about how Kale's wasn't a counter, but recommended. Not a counter, but recommended. So I'm thinking maybe they were using some kind of third-party software to give them ideas on what to do. Nice. Dude, you're gonna see a lot of those. A lot of Vex ults just flying off. Your Jhin comes to get a plate. Which, you know, Vex was winning lane, I think, until she kind of roamed top, but it's a good idea for her to try to roam top, help push Scion in, but it's not like that's not gonna help us. It's probably best for Scion to even get this first tower, and then just be here while all these other towers are up. So his laners are up here, and it should be easier to like catch him back here, and he would be saving his ult to ult out instead of like just ulting into our KO all the time. Yeah, I'm just like, yo, there's bound to be a Hecarim gank coming up. So that's why I was moving back. But Hecarim goes mid instead, so he just comes up, kills her. We get ripped on the second tower. KO has now come mid for some reason, probably returning the favor for the gank. But it's not like she was going to be able to defend that tower, I think. He's going to ult. He hits her with the stun. I have no mana. I have no mana. Like I would have dropped an E, but like I had no mana. Okay, let's chilling here. Scion just chilling there. Jhin just chilling here. Hecarim and Heim coming up. I don't know, I'd go in on that and you'd hit all of them. But you'd probably die at the same time. Here I come, thinking I'm gonna help Kayle. She's already died. So then I'm like catching wave instead. Here I am, just a level 8. Level Scion. I'm like, I'm not pushing up. Let's get Gromp. I leave because I'm like, I don't really want to push that wave forward and then put Kayle in a position where she's gonna be caught like up here, you know? So that's why I didn't push that wave forward. Jhin just eats my ult. Just eats it. Just yum 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 yum. I managed to chase them off. Is that another? I don't think that was just a W. And he just misses his ult. Like, okay. Hecarim's just waiting right here. I would have chased more, but like this, honestly, that tower got a hit on me. I probably should have just chased. I was out of its range, but I was literally thinking that tower or that cannon turret thing would apply burn to me, and then I would be dead in just like a second. There's a Kayle ult. It just goes in. Just oh man, that sucks. I backed, so I'm back here. Getting my next item, Noon Quiver. Senna's catching mid wave, which probably isn't the best thing. Time's also catching bot wave, which you know, at least is they're just taking the jungle. Like Khaleesi just took Hecarim's jungle. It's just like, wait, what? This was bad. This was a bad get. Like we should have destroyed the control ward first thing, but we didn't. I don't know why we didn't, but we just didn't. And we just released Dragon for him. Yeah, here you thinking you're good. Here you thinking you're good. You're gonna sit there and spam a laugh thing. Like that time sucks. It's one of the worst times I've ever seen, but it's all right. This is Iron. Everybody in Iron's gonna be really bad, including myself. Like I knew that was a bad fight, and I was just like, why aren't we taking out this control ward? And my main thought was that like we'll get the dragon quick enough. And then it was like Sion teleporting in. It's like, why am I not leaving? It's like, well, we kill Sion, right? But then yeah, we got collapsed on by Jhin, Hecarim, Khaleesi, and Heim, and we were all in a really terrible position. Nice. Kaale's dead. I didn't even see her name pop up. There Senna comes. I'm just gonna be able to get an assist on this. I got a stack. And Heim, you know, dies to Yi every time. Heka and Sion are taking rifts. Here Kayle goes to catch a big top wave. She missed the cannon though. Vex kind of gets caught here. That Jhin ult in like kind of conjunction with these two. This combination of Jhin, Sion, and Hecarim. Hecarim's, I don't think he's that great of a Hecarim, but like just like the ability combination really makes it difficult to do much in this situation. Yeah, we see Sion and it's just like, kill him. Time flashes out. My Ace doesn't have the range, but they just kill each other one for one. Hecarim and Khaleesi dropping Rift bot lane. I'm covering mid, so it's like Vex is on it. But I'll head down there after I push this off. Let me get that. I thought that was Nico for a second. And then I was like, there's no Nico in this game. Like when I was walking by, I'm like, that can't be Nico attacking me. So we shut them down. I mean, oh yeah, I guess we did get bounties on Hecarim. And Sion's just got this open top lane because Kayle thought she would come down and help. I think I missed that cannon too. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. I'm like, Kayle, push bot. Like push that, and she's just like, nah. I'm gonna go walk back into the jungle. Sion here. Getting this. I come with Vex. Kayle decides to teleport into this, which is retarded in my opinion. You got this whole open bot lane that's like, look, you're not gonna be useful doing anything else, right? Go someplace useful. He gets caught with the last little wave at the last second. Good job, Yi. It's like, what the heck went wrong? And honestly, it's probably just Kayle's positioning. It's probably just that. Yeah, we decided it's probably a good get here. But I will give credit to Kayle here. She does a good job of zoning Sion off away from the Baron. Sion and Kalista, you know, she does a good job of doing that. He's like, I'm coming in, I'm gonna get a quadra kill here. It's like, nah. And then Kayle gets that kill. Out of everybody, Kayle gets that kill. I come in and I get that Q. Pop him. Another Q. Here's Heim. If I'd known he was there, honestly, like, I would have stayed and killed him. Yeah, I got that cannon. I'm like, let's get Dragon, right? Dude, I should have stood further back. So that way I would have gotten more width from Sion ulting into Dragon Pit. I've wasted my ult on Heim. So I can't really do much here. Dude, that control ward has just been there. Like, should have gotten rid of that control ward a long time ago. Like, she didn't wait till level 6 for fighting Sion. But at the same time, like, you know, I don't know if she could have waited. Dude, I'm still not taking out this control ward. Like, that's literally what we're losing off of. It's just one control ward that Sion's just ulting down on top of, and I just never take it out. I think that's kind of just the main issue, honestly. I mean, besides Kayle going 4 and 22, you know. I'm able to get the flashes out. I escaped the Sion. See, what happened here is he comes up to ult. I'm super low. But I'm like, I thought maybe I could get the burst on him, and I was like, close, but just not enough, right? So he's just able to just smack us pretty hard. He recalls there. She just leaves that cannon to be taken by the minions. But okay, so back to what I think the math actually works out to. I think, like, because you're looking at a 50% win rate on each champion, you've got 5 champions on each team, right? So if, let's just say, like, you got Vex against Jhin, right? And let's just say that that's balanced perfectly, like they got a 50-50 chance of winning, right? Well, because they're at like 50% chance like winning, one of them has a 50% chance of basically becoming like fed, because you kind of snowball in this game, right? But that's like one of 5 people, right? And you gotta think about like how many people of those, like they're all running 50-50s, right? So then I think it's more like a 20% chance of winning your lane or winning your games, probably. Like, I mean, you might think it's like a 50-50% chance, and probably big control. And I'm probably just like, maybe it's not 20% for like winning your games, but I think you got like a 20% chance of winning your lane that will result in winning a game, I think. Because you've got these other people, you got 4 other people on your team, right? So if 4 of those people lose their 50-50% chance, then you've got a 20% chance of winning that game, because only one person has won their 50-50. Whereas the other team has, I guess, like an 80% chance of winning the game because they've won, right? So it's like up here, you can say, all right, Sion has basically destroyed this KO. This KO is just entered to Sion. All right, I'm down here, by the way, just poking people and trying to protect this tiny tower. It's got like no health. So it's like I can win even like my lane, like let's just say, you know, it's 50-50, but then there's a 20% chance of me winning the game if I win my lane just based solely on my performance, right? I guess like then when you take into account everybody else's performances, right, you've got 4 other people on your team that can either just be bad, have a bad game, any number of reasons, a bad comp, right? Because there are definitely comps where it's like, okay, the odds of winning that comp is pretty low versus these other comps, right? Like if you've got like an Ezreal with a Yuumi going into a Blitz and whoever, I think that's, you know, a very small chance of actually like winning. Like I think that is almost like, I'd like to see the odds on that, right? But I imagine it's somewhere in the realm of, this Kalista starts coming up from the back and taking a wave, which is kind of funny. It's like, what do you think's gonna happen here? You know, but she pulled the wave back for quite a bit, and she kind of just stopped moving for a little second there. Easy peasy. But we got Sion up here at level 17. At this point, you'll notice Kayle has died 15 times. She's gotten all 4 of her kills that she's going to get for the rest of the game at 30 minutes. That is literally a death every 2 minutes. That's what that is. And I'm 12-4. You know, so it's like my KDA should kind of balance out her KDA. Let's just give her 5 kills. She's like 1 out of 3, 1 for 3, and I'm like 3 for 1. You would think that would kind of balance out our odds, which actually I think maybe it does, but you know, at the same time, I can only do so much, right? I can only, you know, kill Sion and Hecarim, but I can't kill Jhin, right? You know, but again, okay, this is the odds of a Ezreal with a Yuumi going into a Blitzcrank. Let's just say it's like, honestly, like that would probably be 20% in and of itself, because it depends, I guess, on their build, if whether or not they go like an auto attack build, where they're usually just kind of just throwing autos. In that case, it's not really a problem, but typically they're throwing like W, Q, and all that stuff, and maybe they're not Eing, they're not waiting to get like caught and then Eing behind the blitz to like get the ADC, because usually the blitz is gonna be like tanky, right? And usually, you know, if you get pulled into a blitz, but you got like the damage and you got the numbers. I was about to say the dumbers, right? Like the damage numbers. If you got the dumbers, then I actually like that word a lot now. That's kind of fun. But it sounds dumb because of like dumbers. Yeah, okay. Anyway, when you got it, then you just like not even focus the blitz, right? You can just kill the ADC and be like, thank you, blitz. Right? See, it's really just that fear CC. At this point, he learned how to use the fear. Like before, I don't think anybody was getting feared, but now he's starting to fear people, which is scary, right? At first, he wasn't landing it, but now he is. So it's an issue. I'm over here farming. I decide, like, you know what? If there's gonna be all this going top lane, if they're gonna get Baron, because I'm not there, I'm not ready, I should do something to kind of balance out this game. Now maybe if I was there, like we would have done it, but it's like I wouldn't have gotten there in time. Like I would not have gotten there in time. So I was just like, screw it. Like I'm going over here to do something valuable. Alright, so I'll clear this wave out. And I wait a little bit. I don't want them to be too panicked. You see Kalista's just kind of AFK there. Alright, like, and they're pinging it. Vex tried to go in. Probably should have, and then Sion holds onto that tower. I should have just kept pushing because nobody's coming up, but Jin's gonna be up in 6 seconds, and I don't really have a wave, right? So it's like I gotta kind of back because now Jin's up, Sion's recalled, and it's just like, you know, perfect timing for me. People are just dying to this Hecarim now. He's coming in. He just runs off. This is actually kind of a funny. He uses the plant to go check that bush. Hecarim comes back to check that bush. They just miss each other. Like they want to kill each other. They're looking around for each other. They want to find each other, but they just miss each other entirely, right? Now it's like, hey, did we find him? No, we didn't. We went completely around him. And here's KO, like, what are you doing, mid? And I get ulted by Sion. KO gives me that, which is good, but then Hecarim comes in, and it's like, oh, there he is. Vex helps me kill him. I literally survived just by a little bit, because Vex helps me. But Sion's sitting there, full health. And Baron buff with 2 cannon minions, but it's like I'm gonna stick around, help take these guys out. And Elder Dragon's gonna be up. Sion goes top. I recall from here, cause I'm like, if Elder's up, like, you know, gotta reset, get ready. You gotta reset before Elder, you know. But at the same time, we got Sion pushing on this tower, and I don't know how he's able to just murk the tower that hard. I thought they nerfed that, but maybe that was his rune, demolish. Here we got Kalista just. Hey, no. He goes in. At this point, I think this is like the first one where he just tries to like 1v4. It's alright, you know. Here's Vex, and then they're pushing there. I'm up here because I'm thinking I'm gonna do to top lane what I did to bot lane. And I was like, get that cannon, you kind of need it, right? I'm actually like, am I at full items and full gold at this point? I mean, I'm basically at full items. I don't typically sell shoes, but I should, right? Like, sell shoes. I got stunned by the Jhin W. after I got hit by Hecarim. So you get like CC'd by Hecarim, and then CC'd by Jhin, and then CC'd by Sion, popping the ult, which is kind of just a waste, right? Like, what do you can pop it just to live for an extra 2 seconds, you know? Now we've actually like managed to do some damage. That was a pretty good thing, and I'm thinking to myself, maybe I should just split push bot again. But I think they're pretty on it. They've got it pretty well covered. Vex doesn't really want to take on Sion. He's just super tanky. Even though Vex has Ludens. I said even though. I thought she had Leandries. I understand why she would go Ludens into Jhin. But like, we only have so many people who are AP, and we have a Sion here. And it's just like, it's just me who can do anything, and that's a problem. He's got that fat shield. And Kayle just decides to eat dead Sion. I'm trying to kill him as fast as I can. She just stands there, doesn't move. Just, are you kidding me, right? Like, she's sitting at 20 deaths now. We're at 420. Yay. Alright, I think that's what she was going for. Maybe she didn't plan on getting the extra 2 deaths. But, you know, can I talk too much shit? No, I mean, like, when I first started playing, I was dying like 30 times as Kog'Maw. You know, I was thinking like, oh, the passive. At least maybe I'll get a kill doing that. So I've definitely had those games, but I at least, like, you know, would communicate with my team that's like, yo, like, I don't know what I'm doing. But that was back when I was looking up builds online instead of just coming up with my own. I think you just learn more from doing that. Like, I don't know, like, I'd like to see people's builds now, and I'll try things out, and I'll look at things. But, you know, I think I've got a play style that's kind of just like an all-in, balls to the wall style, where I just try to get as many kills as I can and come out alive. You know, I try to get like the whole team in one ability. That's why I like playing ARAM so much, is that if I get Yone, then I just love taking Yone into ARAM and like ulting, trying to catch like a bunch of the team at once, and then just queuing and Wing them pretty hard. And I don't necessarily like lethal tempo, but, you know, I get why people would use it like on the Rift, but I kind of prefer like Conqueror just because of the burst. But lethal tempo is good too. We got him. He didn't kill anybody that little go, I think. Maybe Vex. I think Vex got caught over here. Vex, what the hell? Yeah, okay, there she is. Yeah. She just tried to 1v4, that's all. Or 1v3, yeah. Because, Munches on box. Like, yeah, I bet you do, man. I bet you do. I was hoping the Heim would just come forward and eat it. And there were still some minions, so I didn't cancel it. Probably not my best ult. You can't just hope and pray that they walk into your ult every time, right? Like that Jhin did. I just love this. Like, I did my job. Alright, like, how does, like, like, oh my gosh, dude. He like stops to put a ward down, and he's like getting murked by these turrets. Yep. Heart steal. I mean, he's just going kind of a basic ARAM build for Sion. Like, that's kind of what I would do, right? The heart steal, Sunfire and Thornmail. Sunfire and Thornmail are basics these days though. If you're a tank and you don't have both those, then you're kind of throwing. At least that's how I feel about it. If you don't have both those, then you're kind of throwing. You know. Here comes Heim. He's just pushing mid, which is good because we're trying to set up for Elder. So it's like, what's more important, Elder or mid tower? And I mean, considering they just pick us apart. Vex wants to kill Jhin. She's got this tunnel vision on Jhin, and it's just like we're not even gonna be able to get this Elder. So we lose the tower and Elder. But, you know, what can you do, right? Like, Hecarim ults through the wall, and I think I was dead. I break that, and I managed to put the Hecarim down, but then I get snared by the damn Jhin ult, and then he hits me before Sion can even Q. So, you know, gotta give it up for him. He's got like not the same build. He's got a really good one though. Duskblade, Rapid Fire Cannon, Guardian Angel, Collector, and Storm Razor. Like, yeah, I mean, Boots of Swiftness. Pretty good. What runes is he running? I don't think it shows here. It'll show here. Dark Harvest. Okay. I thought maybe Fleet Footwork for the extra move speed, which is, I kind of like doing Fleet Footwork on Jhin sometimes. It's pretty fun, particularly in ARAM because like you can't really back or recall, so it's the only heal you're gonna get. Because you're gonna have like teammates that just sort of. Damn, dude. You got killed by Heim. This guy's like the worst. And yeah, he's getting kills. Dude, oh my gosh. Khaleesi just sits here. She's just been sitting here AFK. That's how they won. She didn't keep coming in and feeding us. And I guess we keep chasing Sion and getting caught by Hecarim. And like, how does he have a shutdown? Just burn. He's got Liandry's. You see, you don't need Liandry's just for tanks. It'll work very well on squishies. See there, he fears me. He landed, that was the first fear he ever landed on me. Let's take a look at that. One more shot and he would have been dead, but like that was the first fear he hit me with. And now this is, I mean, it's when this is happening, we're all dead. We're all dead. They're just coming in, and she still isn't going anywhere. So it's like, you know, Sion just gets the Nexus because Vex is chasing kills. So, that's, you know, subscribe.